Welcome back to another video on YouTube. Another week has gone by. It is Sunday today, the 20th of March. It's about 20 to 7. I'm just doing meals for tomorrow. Thought I would take you through my current supplement stack. I will do a separate one on health supplements. So this is basically just like the protein, amino acid, kind of down that route of what I'm doing in that sense, instead of the health ones, because I don't want to do a separate video for that. So I'll just take you through it. It'll only be a short video, but I just want to update you on what I'm currently taking. So starting off with probably the basics of your stack that you might have, or that I have. You've obviously got creatine. So this is just a standard Pure brand, pretty standard, 100 servings, and I just take 5 grams a day, every day, and have done since I started pretty much. So ever since I was like 17, I've done 5 grams of creatine a day. You know, it's the most researched product in the supplement industry. You know, it's clinically proven to actually work. So therefore, you should take 5 grams of creatine every day. Even though you're taking, you know, you're getting your creatine from a lot of red meat. I think, you know, an extra 5 grams isn't going to do you much harm. And I probably eat more fish at the moment than red meat. So, you know, I like to keep that topped up. Next one, amino acids. This is what I'm using at the moment. Conte Sports. It's really good, actually. I know a lot of people say, you know, you don't really need amino acids, doesn't really do much. I kind of do agree to a certain extent. I think there's, you know, some recovery capabilities in there. There are studies out there which have benefits in them. So, you know, I like to add it. I think it's just a routine thing. I think, you know, when I started taking it, it's just got sucked into the routine. It's just what I have during workout, and yeah, it tastes nice, and there are some good properties in there. So Conte Sports at the moment, that's what I'm using. Usually I'm a Redcon 1 guy, and have been for ages, so I'm just trying some new ones out just in case I'm missing out on something. So on to the next product or products, is protein. Now if your daily intake of protein is high, which mine is, probably on the training day, it's probably like just over 300 or 310, I think. You're going to want to get some whey protein or whey isolate, just to help with the consumption of protein in the day, because we can all eat, you know, a lot of chicken, a lot of steak, but it comes down to digestion and how you can digest all that protein in one day and then could go on to the next day and do it again. So I like to use, I'm probably using whey protein twice a day, which is the isolate version, and I'm trying the normal whey as well. So I have this. I'm on Perform Whey at the moment, so I'm using the isolate post-workout, just 1 scoop. That's working really well. And then before bed, I'll have 2 scoops of whey from just a whey, again, Perform, just normal whey, 2 scoops before bed with my oats. So that's 3 scoops a day, pretty much, just to help, obviously, like you just said, help with digestion, because, you know, having a lot of chicken, a lot of steak, is going to play a bit of havoc on the digestive system. So we kind of spread out our protein sources across the day, to try and mitigate that and try and relieve that. Try and make it as easy as possible to digest the food for the whole day, so that you can wake up the next day and feel fresh and ready to go again. But yeah, that's protein. Usually I'm, again, a Redcon 1 guy, and I've been using that for years, but I'm just trying a few different products, a few different brands to see what is out there, basically, if I'm missing anything. And I probably will go back to Redcon, to be fair, just because I like their products. I like how it digests, I like the smoothness of them, how it mixes. So I probably will go back to that, but this is just, in the meantime, while they're restocking their website, Reason Perform, which isn't bad, tastes good and digests well, actually, so it's a good product. So on to the next 3 products that I'm using. at the moment. We've got our first one, which is our electrolytes. I think this has come in very, very handy recently, and for probably the past year I've been using it. I'll have this pre-workout and post-workout, so 2 servings pre, 2 servings post. Just helps get those electrolytes back up and running. Gives you enough salt, you know, magnesium, and sodium and stuff like that. Potassium. But yeah, great to have pre and post workout. You ever suffer from the likes of cramping, lower back pumps and stuff like that, add some electrolytes in pre-workout or intra. I sometimes had some intra, just a little scoop in, but you know, I haven't cramped in ages, so it definitely does help. Then moving on to some of my strong supplements that I use. This is Systol Max, helps with healthy blood flow. I have this, my first drink in the morning, so I have a big 700 milliliter bottle shaker, serving of this, and then my Hydromax as well, which obviously by name is helping with hydration. Again, first thing in the morning, serving of this, because I train in the morning, I need to be hydrated as much as possible. So because we've been dehydrated the whole night, we need to build those hydration stores back up and get hydrated, ready for training. So that is pretty much like my pre-workout stack, if you want. Those 3 will go together in a shaker, and then I down that before I take my blood pressure and then get to the gym. So that kind of sets me up for the session. If I didn't have that, you know, I'd be dehydrated. I think having water, yeah, is good, but there's those 3 things that we can add in that are going to benefit us more, speed it up, speed the hydration up, and help us get in that extra hydration that we need before training. So moving on to carbohydrates. Now I talked about intra-workout in the last slide, so still sticking with our intra-workout, we're going to use carbs. So I go for Carbex from Applied Nutrition, 24 grams of carbs per scoop. At the moment I'm on 50 grams of carbs. In the height of our last push, I was on about 100 grams of carbs in the session. Again, like I said before about the protein, if your intake of carbohydrates is very high in the day, you're going to want to add something like that into your daily routine, into your sessions, just because it's an easy way to get carbs in. Plus I think for me, training in the morning, it's always good to get a good influx of carbs straight in first thing. Bit more energy for the session, because obviously I'm going off my last meal the night before, which is fueling my session basically. So good to keep those carbs topped up. Carbex is fantastic for digestion. I get no discomfort at all from it. Digests so well, mixes well, tastes good as well. We got the orange and a fruit burst, I think, which is like a berry. Really good. Staying on the concept of carbs, cream of rice from JP, cherry bagel, as you can see, madness. But I've been using this recently just as like a substitute for oats, just to try it out, how I like it, see how it digests and stuff. Digests perfectly. You know, no real negative thing to say about it. Tastes good, and yeah, it's just another alternative way of having oats, or another alternative way to having your carbs. So I was just stay on the carb front, but those are my 2 carb supplements at the moment. And then onto our last supplement. So this is our sleep formula from Fade Out, Record 1. Really good. I've used this in the past when I used to work really long shifts. I'd come home, I'd get home at like 11, well, like half 11, 12, take a scoop of this, 20 minutes later, I was fast asleep, knocked out. Really good product. So if I'm struggling to sleep, or I need, or if I get in late one day for some reason, and I need to sleep, or I'm a bit wired one night, and you know, if I'm struggling to sleep, then Fade Out does help a lot. Just 1 scoop here, 1 serving, in like a 500 ml shake of water, and that will get you off to sleep in about 20 minutes. Really good product. You know, I've used this a lot and still do, not as much as I do as I used to, but it is still in the routine. I do like to keep it in the cupboard just in case. But again, you know, we can't hide the fact that sleep is probably the most important thing in terms of recovery. So we've got to stay on top of that. And that, for me, I've tried a few different products for sleep. That is probably the best one in terms of it getting into the system and get working. 20 minutes. So yeah, can't really say much about that. I'm going to end it there because that is all my supplements gone. I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on what I'm taking, as I did part 1. It's pretty much the same as I think the last one, but just to keep you up to date of what I am taking at the moment. You know, it's not a massive range. I try and keep it quite simple, but everything has its place and its purpose, and that's what I wanted to get across today. You don't need to fill up on all these different products that are out there, because they're not all good. And I think more importantly, the brands that I'm using are all we've all got good things to say about them. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Keep you up to date on that. I think if you're talking about pricing, yes, it is quite pricey to keep on top of supplements like that, but you know, a tub's going to last you probably a month, a bit less than a month. It's just keeping on top of it and keeping it going. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. If you do want to go back, I'm sure you can find the video if you scroll down far enough of my last supplement snack one. I don't think there's any different products on there, but this is probably going to be the up-to-date one. So hope you enjoyed the video today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and I will see you next week. Cheers guys.